I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, yo, ho. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh, yo, ho. I'm a dork and I love it. Welcome, friends. LostScarf here, and this shirt is really bright. Check this out. Like this is the shirt design right here. And as you probably saw with the opener, here's what it is with the white background when I had the lyrics up. It's too bright. Too bright. Bright shirt. There you go. I know my family's questioned my sexuality with these shirts, but it's Kirby, and I love Kirby. That's how it be. Real quick story about the color pink. If you did not know, the color pink actually, for some reason, they don't know why psychologically, but actually brings down aggression. Like, it just makes you less aggressive. So, I kind of get the whole reason why pink got a bad rap. But back in the day, pink used to be a very manly color anyway. But at some point, they just lost it. Because when they figured out the psychology of pink as a color, what it can do to people, the University of Hawaii used to paint used to. They painted the the away team's locker room in pink, while their team's locker room was whatever color they wanted. I think they went with red for more aggression. And that's what they used to do. And they won almost every game because of that. Because what it did was, the away team's aggression was going down because of the pink locker room they had. And it got to the point where the NCAA was like, yeah, no, we're not letting that anymore. So they had to change the rules because they realized that they were kind of psychologically gaming the system. And so what happened was, they're like, the rule now is the locker room is supposed to be the same color for both. So you can still do pink. You just got to figure out a way to make your team not be affected by pink. That's all you got to do. And it's just, that is interesting. Very interesting. So now doing the vlog, let's talk about some things. I don't know what's happened in the world this week, because I've been busy having a graveyard shift, and, losing my damn mind in that. Oh my god. Graveyard shift really, really affects you mentally. It really do. And as a person who has depression, it really affects you very badly. But you get through it. You get through it. Especially when you're having a job like mine. It's a very rewarding job, you know, keeping the populace alive and everything. How can it not be rewarding to do something like that? It's a very good job. Real interesting thing, if I forgot to mention it last week, I don't think I mentioned it at all. I took the CPR first aid class recently, like 2 weeks ago at this point, I think. 1.5 weeks. And the paramedic was just telling me some interesting facts that might disturb you. Well, actually, it will disturb you. He was talking about how paramedic pay isn't very good. So what paramedics do is they work for the double pay, which means they got to go past 12 hours. So most paramedics work about 36 to 48 hours. So you better hope you're not at the tail end of their hours, because obviously they're not as alert as they were before. They get more tired, but that's how they do it. Paramedics don't get paid a lot, so they work long-ass hours. Like our paramedic, he's got 5 kids. So he's working a lot of hours. That's just what he's doing. Holy crap. So that was an interesting fact. The other one was, because it comes up, people just ask, what are the horror stories? What are the ones where just people just didn't make it? And he told us like 10 stories, and all of them were just motorcycle accidents. Every single one. And they were gruesome. They were gruesome deaths. And like, oh my god. They're like, yeah. Don't ride a motorcycle, people. I know people like motorcycles. Motorcycles are cool, but oh my god, don't ride a motorcycle. You just, just a lot of death happening on those. But he also told us about, of course, CPR stories, and sometimes he saved people, sometimes he hasn't. And he's like, the first 10 minutes are important. Now, we're about to do, this is becoming a safety video for a moment. CPR. The reason why CPR is hella important is, when someone just falls to the ground, you have about 10 minutes of oxygen in your bloodstream. So what you're doing is, when you're doing CPR, where you're just pressing on their chest, what you're doing there is, you're circulating the blood, because you are now their heart. When you're doing this, you're their heart. And so you got to do this as soon as possible once you figure out they need it. Because if they don't need it, then you're being weird doing that. But if someone needs CPR and you're doing this to them, You're keeping the oxygen that's in their blood at the moment circulating. So you're going to keep them alive as long as you can. And this is 10 minutes worth right here. When they drop to the ground, you figuring out they have CPR, that's like the first 1 or 2 minutes. They've now only have 8 minutes of life left in them. So you got to start pushing this out. And making sure their body's getting blood, their brain's getting blood. Because if you just let them lay there for 10 minutes, they're going to run out of oxygen and they're dead. But if you're doing this, everything's alive. And while you're keeping everything alive, you can maybe get more air into them. Or the paramedics show up and are able to save their life. And that's the trip, is you are now their heartbeat when you start CPR. That's a trip. But you don't have to do the mouth-to-mouth. Well, what they've established is mouth-to-mouth isn't the most important thing. This is the most important thing. You're trying to give more supply through mouth-to-mouth, but there's a chance that you can't give any supply because of whatever is just keeping them from getting air. So this is the most important part, because this keeps them alive. And then the AED, which is the chest paddles, that shocks the heart to stop it and then keep it going again. That's the difference between TV and movies and everything. And the reality is, chest paddles stop the heart, because the idea is your heart's beating irregularly and it's not beating correctly, and so it stops it to reset it. It's a hard reset. That's what an AED is. Well, in movies, you do it to start the heart, which is incorrect. Which is too bad, because everyone wants to believe you can start your heart back up because that'll save you, but movie magic, movie magic. So you've now been educated a little bit by Scarf. Okay, the more you know. Do-do-do-do. Oh, yeah. I'm a dork and a half. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, Kirby's Dreamcast episode 2 is out. Check it out. It was, of course, on Podbean and on YouTube. And as you might notice with the Twitter, there's just so many clips. Whenever I'm watching these, I'm just making clips, and I'm enjoying these clips. Episode 3 is going to have some pretty good clips. I can't wait for that as well. I'm just enjoying doing Kirby. Like, right now, our schedule is a weird irregularity while also being irregularity. Like, there's at least a video coming out every day, but we have a lot of special projects coming out as well. Side channel has more regularity, but just other things where it's lightly edited for the most part. It's just games I really want to play, so I'm playing them, so they're on the side channel. While the main channel has just LPs of things that we think people would like on the main. Like right now we got Celeste, and we have We Happy Few, and after Celeste we'll move on to Apollo Justice finally. And of course after Apollo Justice is Layton 4, and after Layton 4 is Chrono Trigger. That's the big one, can't wait for that. Special projects are of course Kirby, the Dreamcast, the podcast. Basically podcast, we're trying to bring it back. I asked a guest, I really wanted this guest. They don't feel comfortable yet doing a podcast with someone else and things like that. So, too bad. It's too bad. I thank them for responding and everything, and all I can do is keep going. The thing that they talk about, I don't remember if I said this last week, they talk about when you're trying to get people to be a guest, or just whatever your product is they're at no right now. Because you haven't talked to them. They're at no. So you got to talk to them to see if you can make them be a yes. And if they're a no, well, then you're just back to where you were. If they're a yes, it's a gain. So you're at level 0, you can only go up. You can try to go up, and you might end up just back where you are. But you're never at a negative unless you mess up really bad. Like, the only way you're at a negative is if they start telling other people that you're terrible and they shouldn't be guests on your show. And that would only be is if you pitched really, really, really bad. So don't pitch really, really, really bad. Pitch well, pitch neutral. Like, pitch in a way that if they say no, then they're just back at no. Not at, I hate you, I'm going to tell other people not to come to your show. Like, which is, it should be an easy thing. Just don't be an ass. That's simple as that. Don't be an ass. So because of Graveyard and everything, I say this every week, we're just in flux. And because of that, we're doing special projects and doing this and that. And, what's the word here I'm trying to find here? Things are not as, like, we're doing things differently. That's just the only way to put it. We're just doing things differently than how we did it before. And that's just how it is, and that's because of how things are. And work schedule just causes that. Now, I'm a trainee for now, and I'll be a trainee for at least half a year. And in half a year, I'll be a full-on operator. And when I'm full-on operator, I'll be at one place, and I will know my schedule solid from that point on. The only thing that'll change that is if I do overtime to cover someone else's shift, and things like that. But that won't be for at least another half a year. So the channel's going to be constantly in a weird space where we're doing special projects and this and that and all these things. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, we have a consistency that we do have stuff coming out on the regular, but it's not like, like, oh, right, yeah, the one-shots have fallen to the wayside. Well, there's going to be some new Scar plays, but, and then the hardcores are still coming. We have a lot of regular things. It's just we've changed what the regular things are, I think is the way it's been, and I should realize that's what we're doing. Because of the way we're doing things and how it is in our we're being consistent, but in a different kind of consistency. I don't know what that's going to do with the channel and how things happen with that, but the channel's always going to be there. It's always going to exist, and we're always going to have fun with it. And that's what's exciting for me. So, let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! So, me and Jinx have finally watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, and oh my god, that is a show. Wow, it's very entertaining. It's very different. It's pretty good, but oh my god, it's a thing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is pretty good. Little Creepo, holy crap. So I downloaded Duel Links because of that, which is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, a children's card game online. And I just play it for Graveyard Shift. I just play the crap out of a Graveyard Shift, and oh my god, I did not realize how accurate to the anime this card game is. My god. The card game is just who can play their BS first, who can play their BS faster. The card game is all about the heart of the cards, literally. It is so much top decking, it is amazing. Like, I've lost in the first turn pretty much. I've lost in the second turn so many times in this game. It's ridiculous. I'm just trying to build my own BS deck, because apparently that's all you do. BS deck. Or you try to make, I'm also trying to make an anti-BS deck, which just frustrates the other player as much as possible. Been trying to make that, but I don't know how viable that is. But I've been having fun playing it, and it's just the thing, just Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't believe how much BS it is. I'd rather play Hearthstone over this, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually uses very little data in versus mode. It uses very little. Well, Hearthstone, if I remember when I was playing it, it was sucking it down hard. It was sucking data real quick. So I couldn't really play Hearthstone on my phone in versus because it was just sucking out too much data. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! It just, as far as I know, it just only sends what you're doing, that's it. It doesn't send whatever else. I don't know, it's weird. It's just sending the commands. Well, Hearthstone should be just sending commands, but for some reason it sucks a lot of data. And so because of that, not doing Hearthstone. Also, the other reason why I'm not doing Hearthstone anymore is because, Jesus Christ, trying to keep up with that, oof, that's just too hard to do. Yu-Gi-Oh! So many generations or so much BS that you're good. Because you can play everything. Every card in that game you can play unless it's on the ban list. Well, in Hearthstone, you of course got to be up to date, and that's a good way to drive sales, to get people to have to keep paying money for that. Well, you can free to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It just takes a lot of grinding. A lot of grinding. But I've been enjoying it. It's something to pass the time with Graveyard Shift. So that's cool. Probably need to find something else, because I'm eventually going to get tired of the BS for damn sure. Main topic! Okay, first up is... Damn, this shirt is bright. First up, main topic is I have 4 more shirts. Not Kirby's. None of them are Kirby. But I have 4 more shirts, so 4 more vlogs are going to have a new shirt on them if I remember to do it. And some of them look pretty cool. And some of them are just funny and things like that. But I have a couple more shirts. If you saw the Comic-Con vlog, you saw 4 of them already. That is the Jedi shirt, the Whale shirt, and I forget what the other 2 I bought are shirts. Oh, President Dog and something else. Those, I'll put those on. Since maybe you've not seen those, you'll see those coming up. Now, the main topic. The main topic is, it's been a while. Why do we do... Oh my god, when's my birthday? Next week's vlog is my birthday. Alright, okay. Good to know. Happy birthday to me next week. So, this vlog is this main topic is why do we do what we do? It's good to take inventory. Why do we do what we do? So, why do we YouTube stream and now podcast and dear God, whatever else we do? Why do we do this channel? Why do we do this? Me and Jinx. I can't answer for Jinx, obviously, but I can answer for me. Why do I do this? Why did I do this from the beginning? Now, those who have not heard the origin story, back when I was a neuroscientist and life really sucked because of my boss, I was listening to the Co-optional podcast. Rest in peace, Total Biscuit. I was listening to the Co-optional podcast back when it was the Game Station. I was listening to that. It was like episode 5 or 6. And hearing them talking and everything, I was like, I think I can do this. I think I can do it. I think we can do this. Which is a weird thing to think, because I'm such a shy person in reality. But I thought that. At the time, me and Jinx were thinking of making a webcomic. And it was going to be her doing the art, and I do all the writing, because that's our strengths. But I came over, I just said, how about this? And she said, okay, well, prove it. And so I start rattling off like I'm doing a Smite game, because I was playing Smite at the time. It's about Ra, and it's like, and we're going over here, we're going to left lane, and just doing this, and we're sniping with the big ultimate, and bam, we got it. That's so great, and we're just going like it, like it's the gameplay. And she's like, wow, it's pretty good. I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing the game right now. She's like, what, really? It's like, yeah, that's how dialed in I was already on just how well we could do it. And so it felt like a natural thing, and it is what it is. You can see the first episodes and just see where we started, because obviously we weren't prepared to do it. And then we did it, and it started in October, so anniversary is in October, and we are where we are. Climbed up to 10,000 2 years ago, and we've been there since. 2 million, we're at 1 million, or we're at 1 point something million, or 2 million views, I can't remember anymore. And we've done so many things. And why do I do what I do? Why did we start the channel? That's why. Why do we keep doing it, and why are we still doing it? And there's a number of reasons, of course. But I think the reason why we did it in the first place, because I'm like, I think I could do this, why did I want to do it, was I just wanted to do something entertaining and fun. And that's really what it was. I wanted to entertain people. I've said this over the years. It's fun to entertain people, and I think that really was what it was. I think later on it did become, I wanted to be relevant. I think that's what happened later on. I was like, I want to be relevant. And that's what was going on with Smite, is I want to be something relevant in Smite. Something that is worth seeing in Smite. And that's what the guides were. Also because I wanted to help people out. That's why the videos were always so educational, is because I wanted to help people just understand the game so they can have fun playing the game. But it eventually got to the point where I felt like Smite was its own worst enemy. So I'm like, screw it, I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm not enjoying it. And that's why we're not playing Smite anymore. But it's always been about having fun, as I've always said. It's about having fun. Entertaining people, them having fun, us having fun. That's what matters, is having fun. But it became something about being relevant, and it became about just people seeing me, and me sharing us with the world. And be honest with you, part of it was hoping to get famous, because I'm bad at I'm not bad, actually. I'm not bad at all. I've become bad at it because I'm out of practice. But it was also because, like, hey, if we get popular enough, maybe some girls will notice me. That's a silly thing to say. I've said to Jinx a few times, like, we get big enough, maybe we get some fangirls and date. You should not date your fangirls. But not fangirls, but get peers, other streaming people, other YouTube people, and maybe hit it off with one of them. Like, a way to get a dating pool out of that. Because a realization you'll see with a lot of YouTubers and things and streamers is, a lot of them have noted that it's hard to have a relationship with someone who doesn't understand YouTube and streaming. That's why you do see quite a lot of couples that are in YouTube and streaming, because they understand what the beast is together. Well, it's not exactly easy for someone who doesn't understand the beast for that relationship to last. And we've seen that in many instances where there's this couple that's really popular and people like them, but only one of them's YouTube, the other one's something else, and then they break up, and it's because because of the beast, they weren't able to stick together, because just how this whole thing works out. And so there was that hope that we get popular enough that we could do some collabing, dudes and ladies, not just ladies, but just collabing, and maybe I hit it off with someone and something comes out of that. I will admit that. I will admit that straight out. That was a hope. Not the fangirl part. That was just joking. But definitely, maybe not. But definitely just getting with a peer and seeing how, like, a duo would work out in that way would be very interesting. I felt. Not so much now. Not so much now. I think we can still get popular. But the realization is I should not be looking for dating in my professional world. Although that is how a lot of people, they find love, because where else can you find it besides work if that's all you do? Well, that's what hobbies are for. But when your job is your hobby, what do you do? But it's more so for, just should be working with people because you want to work with people. That's it. Like, whatever women I work with, it's because I want to work with them, have fun with them. Same thing for men, same thing. And that's really what it should be at the end of the day. When you think equality, it should be, you're treating someone as a person, not as a gender. That's really what equality should be. It's on their merits, it's on what they do, and stuff like that. Who they are, not what they are. That's what equality really should be. So why do we do it now? considering that we've really fallen down. We're not where we used to be. We used to be on this high climb, but we're not there anymore after we quit Smite. Why do we still do it? Because it's fun. We do it because it's fun. We do it because you guys are still here. And we're having fun together. I enjoy playing with y'all. I enjoy interacting with y'all in the chats. I enjoy that. Like, things are quiet. Things are not as noisy as they used to be. And that's just the nature of how things are. But those little interactions are precious to me. They are important to me. I am appreciative of them. When you guys show up on the stream, I appreciate that. When we talk in Discord, I appreciate that. I'm very appreciative. I definitely am. These glasses keep falling. You having to fix these damn glasses. I really... This is a character trait where these glasses have been bugging me for how many months, and I still have not gone to optometrist to fix them. I'm going to go to one very soon, though, and have them fix it. Because the other worry I have is that they fix it, but it actually makes it worse, is the other worry, I suppose. But you won't know until you do something, so you should do something. But these are going to get... I'm going to have an optometrist mess with these and try to make this better, because it's squeezing my head a little bit. There are dents, and I don't want dents, but I also want this to be able to stay on my face. Back and forth, back and forth. So, y'all matter to me. Y'all important. And that is something that really did change my perspective when it happened. And God, when did that happen? So many years ago. When we saved the first life. When the first suicide prevention happened, that was because of Smite. And you've never heard the story. Real quick TLDR. Someone wanted to kill themselves. They wrote out the letter and everything. And they were on YouTube before they're going to do it. And they saw, I guess they're looking up things about death, and they saw Thanatos being recommended as a Smite video. And it's like, okay, why not? And they look at that, and it's our video. And we were so entertaining and so funny that they were just laughing and enjoying it. And then they watched a couple more, and they enjoyed it so much that they tore up their suicide note. And that just causes a feeling. Like, the world falls away when that happens. And then we heard another one, and then another one, and we're at 7 now. We're at 7 suicide preventions now. That's another part of it is we actually do make a difference with this channel. We actually make a difference, and that's part of the motivation of keep going is we actually help people. Entertainment, this is what's important about entertainment, is it does help people. It is a pressure valve relief. That's what it is. It can cause relief. And that is great. It causes a catharsis that I think is a good catharsis, and that just enjoyment. Humor is a good catharsis, I feel. I don't really like, because that's one form of catharsis. Another form of catharsis, of course, is being an a-hole to people. That is why a-holes are so popular, is because that is a form of catharsis, is you wish you could say horrible things to people because they anger you, and so you're so happy when someone actually does. But what that does is the double-edged sword is, it also props up a-holes. People who are not very good people for anyone, which is very unfortunate. That's why a-holes get rewarded, is because a-holes are catharsis. But there are other forms of catharsis, as is humor and other uplifting things. We just don't recognize them as strongly, which is unfortunate. But we bring catharsis. We bring a relief. And that's why we keep doing this, because somebody out there is going to enjoy our video. Sometimes we only get like 5-10 views, which means we're making 5-10 people happy. That's what that means. Sometimes we're getting 20 views or 50 views, or sometimes we break the 100, and that means 100 people are enjoying something. If we ever get back to the thousands, yay, and higher and up, that'd be wonderful. It's all about entertaining people, and as long as someone's getting entertained, then we're going to keep going. Simple as that. And that's what's important. As we always say, having fun. And we're having fun, and people are having fun, and that's what's important. And someday, I think we will get good enough that more people will have fun with it. The goal is to entertain people. The second goal is to entertain people enough that we are able to entertain more people. That's the end game. The end game is smiles, is what I've said so many times, and it really is. The end game is making everyone smile. I want to do the impossible thing, which we're not good enough to do it, but still, it's not a bad one. And that is, I said before, I want to be Norman Borlaug, the man that saved 1 billion lives. What if I'm the man who caused 1 billion smiles? That would be amazing. I don't know how. I've still got maybe another 50 years left in me to try, so plenty of time to try. plenty of time to get better at it. So here's Scarf thinking he's gonna live to 80. But so yeah, keep trying at it. Y'all are important to me, even if I haven't seen y'all in a while. Y'all important. That's the vlog. That's the vlog. We have some more special projects coming up. Some of you are going to love it. Some of you are not going to love it. But as long as somebody loves it, somebody loves my work, that's what's important. But that right there is the vlog. I had fun talking. Hope you have fun watching and listening. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by and see you next time.